Confidence is not loud. It is not arrogance, not pride, not the mask of bravado that so many wear in public. Confidence to the Stoics was simply this: the steady mind that does not collapse when tested. The man who knows who he is and therefore cannot be shaken by applause or insult. But most men sabotage their own confidence every single day without realizing it. They build habits that corrode their strength from the inside, habits that keep them restless, fragile, dependent. If you wish to be confident in the way the Stoics meant it, calm, unmovable, unbreakable, you must know the enemies that rot it away. Here are 10 habits that are destroying your confidence. 1. Needing approval for every step. The man who constantly seeks permission to live, who cannot breathe until the crowd nods, will never stand tall. Confidence dies the moment your worth depends on others. The Stoic does not beg for approval. He acts from principle, not applause. 2. Comparing yourself to everyone else. Comparison is the thief not only of joy, but of confidence. You look at another man's wealth, another's beauty, another's talent, and immediately you shrink inside. But the Stoics taught your only comparison is with your own yesterday. Did you act better? Did you think clearer? That is the only measure that matters. 3. Speaking more than you do. The loud man who boasts constantly, who promises what he cannot deliver, poisons his own confidence. Why? Because words without deeds make the soul hollow. The Stoics believed silence, followed by action, was strength. Confidence is quiet power, the steady weight of a man who delivers more than he declares. 4. Avoiding discomfort. Every time you flee from hardship, you teach your mind a lesson: I am weak, and weakness repeated becomes identity. The Stoic walked into discomfort willingly, cold, hunger, fatigue, because he knew each trial carved strength. The man who avoids pain avoids confidence too. 5. Living for possessions. The man who ties his worth to his house, his clothes, his money, has handed over his confidence to fortune. The moment those things are lost, so is his identity. The Stoic's wealth is his character, because no thief can steal it. True confidence comes from what cannot be taken away. 6. Gossiping and tearing others down. The insecure man feeds on the weakness of others, mocking, slandering, gossiping. But this habit reveals more about him than his target. The Stoics despised idle talk because it wastes time and weakens spirit. Confidence is not built by dragging others lower. It is built by lifting yourself higher. 7. Breaking your own word. Each time you lie to yourself, each time you break a promise you swore, your mind remembers. Your confidence erodes because you know your word means nothing. The Stoics knew discipline is not about chains, but about harmony. When your thoughts, your words, and your deeds align, only then does confidence grow. 8. Fearing silence. Most people cannot sit alone without distraction. They drown themselves in noise because silence reveals their weakness. But the Stoic cherish silence because silence sharpens the mind. If you cannot stand alone with your thoughts, you will always be dependent on noise. True confidence blooms in the man who does not fear his own company. 9. Chasing every desire. Each time you obey every craving, you prove to yourself you are a slave. The man addicted to pleasure, whether food, lust, or luxury, trains himself to be ruled by impulses. The Stoic knows desire must be mastered, not indulged. Confidence is the fruit of self-control, not self-indulgence. 10. Forgetting that you will die. This is the greatest habit of weakness, living as if life is endless. When you think you have infinite time, you postpone everything, your courage, your discipline, your growth. But the Stoics meditated daily on death, because death clarifies. When you remember your end, you live with urgency, with seriousness, with confidence that each act matters. These 10 habits, approval-seeking, comparison, empty words, avoiding pain, living for possessions, gossip, broken promises, fear of silence, chasing desires, and forgetting death. These are the silent assassins of confidence. They erode you from within until nothing remains but an insecure shell. But you are not bound to them. Each habit can be broken. Each chain can be shattered. The Stoic path is not a mystery. It is a discipline. You build confidence not by waiting for it, but by stripping away everything that weakens it. Confidence to the Stoics is not arrogance. It is not shouting. It is the calm certainty of a man who has ruled himself, who has tamed his desires, mastered his fears, and anchored himself in principles, not possessions. That kind of confidence cannot be bought, it cannot be borrowed, it cannot be given. It is built, slowly, deliberately, in silence and in discipline. The world is filled with men who appear strong but collapse under pressure. Do not be one of them. Build the kind of confidence the Stoics spoke of, the confidence that does not waver when fortune changes, when the crowd mocks, when death approaches. Because in the end, the most powerful man is not the one with the loudest voice or the grandest wealth. It is the man who stands alone, steady, unbroken. And that confidence, once forged, can never be destroyed.